NLWN-TV presents the In the Dugout show with a look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Now, join us as we get ready for baseball in the dugout.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of In the Dugout. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studios, and we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's CRBL doubleheader as the 7-5 Eau Claire Cavaliers, who are 4-3 in the Chippewa River Baseball League, take on the 5-3 Cadott Red Sox, who are also 5-3 in the CRBL. Now, the Cavaliers are coming off a come-from-behind win against the Augusta Athletics last Wednesday, 18-11, while the Red Sox are coming off a doubleheader sweep over the Eau Claire Rivermen last Sunday. Now, coming up in this edition of In the Dugout, we'll take a look at today's two matchups between the Cavs and the Red Sox. Then we'll get Cavalier manager Ryan Bemnister's outlook on today's games in the Ryan Bemnister Show. Following that, we'll take a quick look around the Chippewa River Baseball League just to see where things stand. Also, we'll take a moment to get to know one of this season's Cavalier players in Cavalier Profile. Finally, we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of today's game from Cadott High School Field in Cadott, Wisconsin. So it's time to get ready for some baseball action, and we'll do just that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Very shortly, the Eau Claire Cavaliers will take on the Cadott Red Sox in the CRBL doubleheader. The Cavaliers are coming off a come-from-behind win over the Augusta Athletics, 18-11. Now, in that game, the Cavaliers jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the top of the first inning, only to give up 9 runs in the bottom of the first and fall behind 9-3 after 1 inning. Now, that's when the Cavaliers showed their no-quit attitude and started chipping away at the deficit. They picked up 2 runs in the top of the second. The first came when Brayton Tillman scored, when Augusta catcher Brady Ingersoll tried to throw Tillman out while trying to steal third base. But Ingersoll fired the throw into left field, and Tillman came in to score.
The runner goes, throw down to third, and the ball goes down into left field, and coming in to score is Brayton Tillman.
Then Jerome Delikowski scored on Cade Mueller's RBI double to center field.
And the pitch. Base hit out into right center field. 1 run comes in, Delikowski coming in, and he made it.
In the bottom of the second inning, the rains along with thunder and lightning arrived, and we ended up in a 35-minute weather delay. When the Cavaliers finally came to bat in the top of the third inning, Tyson Woodcock, as a courtesy runner for Sam Knickerbocker, scored on Carson Windenhausen's RBI single to left.
And we get a base hit, run comes in to score. Tyson Woodcock came in to score Carson Windenhausen with an RBI single.
Windenhausen then scored on Brayton Tillman's double to left.
Here's the wind in the pitch. Foul ball. Well, maybe not. It's down the left field line. It's going to fall fair. Run comes in to score. Tillman safe at second with a double down the left field line.
That closed the gap to the Athletics 9 and the Cavaliers 7. In the bottom of the third, the Cavalier defense showed through as they foiled the Athletics double steal attempt with runners on the corners.
Runner goes. Throw down to second, and now they got the runner on a run down at third, and they got him at the plate.
The Cavaliers took the lead in the top of the fourth inning. Xavier Bemnister doubled to left and came around to score on Cade Mueller's RBI double to left.
On the pitch. Fly ball out into left field. That's way back. It's way back. It's way back. It's off the fence. Bemnister coming in. Throw comes into second. And Mueller is in with a double.
Mueller then scored when Cole Timon singled to center.
Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into left center field, moving over, and they don't catch it. Freeman tried to catch it, and in to score to tie the game is Cade Mueller, as Cole Timon is on a base hit.
Timon was driven in on Windenhausen's double to center field.
Fly ball out into center field, and that's going to score one as Windenhausen checks in at second as Timon came in to score.
That put the Cavaliers on top, 10-9. The Cavaliers added 5 runs in the 5th inning. Tillman, Dilikowski, Bemnister, and Woodcock scoring. Caden Erickson scored with some alert base running when the toss from the catcher back to the pitcher for the Athletics was handled nonchalantly, and the pitcher dropped the ball, which rolled away from him. Erickson, who was on third, dashed to the plate to score.
That's down low. The ball gets away. Here comes the runner towards the plate, and in to score is Caden Erickson.
The Athletics added a run in the bottom of the 5th and in the 7th inning to make the score Cavaliers 15, the Athletics 11. Cavaliers tacked on another 3 runs in the 8th inning to secure the 18-11 win. Cooper Dykes picked up the win with 6 2/3 of solid relief pitching. Mason Yarrington threw the final 2 scoreless innings. The Cavaliers had 8 batters with multi-hit nights, led by Sam Knickerbocker, who went 4 for 5 and picked up 3 RBIs. Xavier Bemnister led the way scoring with 4 runs, followed by Cade Mueller and Tyson Woodcock, who each scored 3 times. The Red Sox are currently 5-3 and tied for second with the Tilden Tigers in the CRBL North Division. The Red Sox are coming off a doubleheader sweep over the Eau Claire Rivermen last Sunday. Cadott appears to be a team that has some power with 7 home runs and 8 doubles. They have a team batting average of nearly 300. Leading the way at the plate for the Red Sox is former Cavalier Luke Erickson, who's hitting at a .538 pace, including 2 doubles. Another former Cavalier, Jack Redwine, is right behind Erickson and swinging at a .400 average. Jonah Hansen, Logan Berzanski, and Eli Johnson have each belted 2 home runs, while Chad Cron has added another. The workhorse on the mound for the Red Sox is Jack Thiese, who's pitched 37 2/3 innings and has compiled a 4-1 record with an ERA of 3.34. Now, following last Wednesday's game, the Cavaliers were being led at the plate by Sam Knickerbocker, who, after his 4 for 5 performance, is hitting at .385, including 4 runs scored and 3 doubles. He's followed by Xavier Bemnister at .324, 9 runs scored and 2 doubles. Cade Mueller at .321, along with Brayton Tillman and Caden Erickson, who are each hitting .310, round out the Cavaliers hitting over 300. Erickson leads the Cavaliers in extra base hits with 5 doubles and in scoring with 10 runs. On the mound, the Cavaliers are still being led by Andrew Milner, who has a 2-1 record with an ERA of 1.99 and a whip of 1.32 in 22 2/3 innings pitched. Right behind Milner is Eli Rathke, who has a 2-0 record and a whip of 1.66. Tyson Woodcock has pitched 12 1/3 innings without allowing any earned runs for a record of 1-0 with 2 saves and an ERA of 0.00 and a whip of 1.05. The Cavaliers have had a complete game performance by Rathke, Jackson Vance, and Mason Yarrington. Coming up next following this timeout, we'll get to find out what Cavalier manager Ryan Bemnister's thoughts on today's game are in the Ryan Bemnister Show. You're tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
The Phoenix are rising. NLWN-2 is excited to be your home for Chippewa Valley Phoenix Semi-Pro Football. Our next game will be on June 15th when the Phoenix will host the Midwest Warriors in a non-league game. Coverage begins with Phoenix rising at 1:30 p.m. Follow the Phoenix as they battle their way through the 2024 season on NLWN2. That's exciting Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on June 15th.
The Goat Coffee House on Water Street in Eau Claire presents The Ryan Bembnister Show, where Cavalier manager Ryan Bembnister gives us his perspective on today's game. And now, The Ryan Bembnister Show.
Today we're at the Goat Coffee House on Water Street talking with Cavalier manager Ryan Bembnister. And Ryan, today the Cavaliers are going to head over to Cadott and take on the Cadott Red Sox in a doubleheader. But before we talk about today's game, back on Wednesday, the Cavs played a nearly 5-hour game where the final score of 18-11 sounded more like a football score, and you played against the Augusta Athletics. Your thought about that game?
It was one of the strangest games I ever coached in, I gotta say, just for how it went. You know, every team's gonna deal with rain delays and things like that, but just the odyssey of how the game started. You know, we looked pretty primed to go. We had Eli Rafke, who's been stellar for us all year long on the mound, and we put 3 on the board right away. And I thought this is going to be a pretty easy game, nice relaxing game. And then the bottom of the first happened, and you find yourself down 6 runs, and it's just weird. I don't know if we've given up that many runs in an inning in a long time. And yeah, but the nice thing was to see the boys never had any quit. They had a really good time in the dugout during the rain delay, and I think that kind of loosened them up a little bit. Got the energy level back up there because you kind of take that gut punch of giving up 9 runs. But they took advantage of that time off, and they came back out after the rain delay in the 3rd inning, and it looked stellar.
Well, and yes, they gave up 9 runs, but they were down 6, and you've only played 1 inning. And if you can stem the tide, so to speak, there's a lot of baseball left and plenty of chance to get back in. You could see that in their attitudes.
Yeah, and realistically, we looked at it, we brought Cooper Dykes in, who threw about an inning for us already this year, and he knew he was going to be the second guy in line. He just didn't know he was going to be the second guy in line in the first inning. But he threw really good 7 innings of ball, basically, getting us through that meat part of the game. And when that rain hit, we were down 9-5 in the second when the rain hit. We were on the field when the rain hit too, but we talked in the dugout as their energy level was getting up and things like that. And we basically said we're playing a 7-inning game, and all you got to do is beat these guys 5-0 in this 7-inning game. And I said our goal is just going to be a crooked number on the scoreboard every inning to finish this out. And realistically, that's what they did all the way through the 7th, and the 8th and 9th were 0-0s, and there's reasons for that, but on both sides of the field. But yeah, we did what we were supposed to do, did what our plan was, and pulled that one out.
Now the Cavalier bats finally caught fire with, unofficially, as quick as I could count them up, 24 hits. And it seemed like the Cavs sort of got their dander up and had something to prove. Your thoughts about that?
Yeah, well, you and I discussed this. Our 1 through 4 guys have been struggling to get on base. And our 5 through 10 guys were putting the ball in play for us and doing stuff. And those 1 through 4 guys really had a good game last Wednesday and really set the table for the guys that are getting hot at the plate, that 6, 7, 8, 9 guy. And we were able to use their speed, which is at the top of the orders. Our top 3 guys in the lineup there are real fast, real smart. And they were able to, when they got on base, however it was, they were able to get to second and even get to third on some, unfortunately, like laziness in the field by Augusta. I mean, some of the players were just lollygagging to get around, and our guys are too smart to just not take advantage of that.
Great example of that was fairly routine toss from the catcher back to the pitcher. Pitcher kind of lackadaisically catches the ball but doesn't hang on to it. It falls, rolls off the mound. Caden Erickson's on third, isn't going to let that happen without doing something about it, and he came in and scored.
Yep.
Just because the pitcher wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, and that same thing happened with Brayton Tillman later in the game. I mean, there was another they weren't paying attention. Nobody was covering third, and he was on second watching them just walk around. I think Augusta thought they had called time, but there was no time given, and he just took off for third. And they're having this meeting at the mound with players, and Brayton's like, okay, I'm just going to go to third. What the heck? So.
Now, one of the things that has got to be reassuring as a manager, when your starting pitcher has a rough outing like Eli Rafke did, and your relief pitcher comes in and shuts the opponent down like Cooper Dykes did, 6 2/3 innings of really pretty clean baseball, how does that help you as a manager?
It's great. It's nice little thing to have in our back pocket. That same basically situation happened against Jim Falls, where we had to bring in Tyson, and he shut him down to keep us in that game to try to make a comeback, which we didn't. So Cooper probably saw that and knows what his role is, and it's nice that I've got 3, 4, 5 guys in the bullpen that can go long stints on an emergency case like that, and basically shut the other team down.
Now, today the Cavaliers take on a team that they really appear to be the real deal. That's the Cadott Red Sox. They really seem to be on the rise. You're playing a doubleheader over in Cadott. Your thoughts about the Red Sox?
It's a good team. We know they've been a little mover and shaker in the CRBL, picking up some players here and there. Getting a
couple former Cavaliers.
Yeah, getting a little younger, things like that. We know they're a good team. We know they can hit. Not sure how deep their pitching is. It seems like it's deeper than it's been in years past, but how deep is that? It's one of those conversations I've had with a few other coaches where, some teams can go 4 deep, some teams go 8 deep. We don't know how deep they can go on the mound. So, excuse me, the key of the game is probably going to be just chasing their starting pitching, get their bullpen, and see what we can do from there.
So who's getting the call to the mound, at least in Game 1?
Milner. Andrew Milner's going to be our Game 1 guy. He'll be our Game 1 guy all year long.
Do you know anything about Game 2?
Game 2 might be a bullpen game, depending. The nice thing was on Wednesday, we realized what was going on with Rathke, and we got him out of the game with about 33, 34 pitches. So he'll be well rested for Sunday. If he feels confident and good with his arm and everything, we'll go ahead and start him in Game 2. It all depends on, we've had a little issue with guys showing up here and there, so it's all depending on who shows up and who's going to be the next in line.
Well, Ryan, good luck on today's games, and hopefully the Cavaliers can put some serious pressure on in the CRBL South race.
Hope so.
You've been tuned to the Ryan Bempnister Show, presented by the Goat Coffee House on Water Street in Eau Claire, with Cavalier manager Ryan Bempnister's outlook on today's game. Stay tuned. More of In the Dugout is coming right up.
Honey, the kids are antsy. What can we do that will keep all of us entertained and won't break the bank?
How about we take them to the Cavaliers game? Tickets are inexpensive, there's popcorn, hot dogs, and other baseball treats, and great baseball action.
That's right, Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball, your best choice for affordable family entertainment. Check out the schedule at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
Welcome back to In the Dugout, as we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's Chippewa River Baseball League doubleheader between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Cadott Red Sox. There were 3 CRBL games on Wednesday, including the Eau Claire Cavaliers topping the Augusta Athletics in a nearly 5-hour game by the score of 18-11. In addition, the Tilden Tigers crushed the Jim Falls Sturgeons 25-1, and the Eau Claire Bears edged the Beef River Bullfrogs 5-4. Now that leaves the CRBL standings as follows. In the North Division, the log jam has become even more jammed, with the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks still in the top spot with a 4-2 record. Meanwhile, the Cadott Red Sox and the Tilden Tigers are tied for second, only percentage points behind at 5-3, while the Jim Falls Sturgeons slip back to 4th place at 4-4, and they're only 1 game back. 5th place finds the Bloomer Woodticks at 1-5 and 3 games off the pace. In the South Division, the Osseo Merchants remain in 1st place with a 5-2 record. The Eau Claire Bears at 6-3 are mere percentage points behind the Merchants. The Eau Claire Cavaliers are now in 3rd at 4-3 and only 1 game off the pace, while the Augusta Athletics at 3-4 and 2 games out occupy 4th place. The Eau Claire Rivermen are in 5th place at 1-3, with the Beef River Bullfrogs taking the 6th spot at 0-6. In CRBL action today, all the matchups are doubleheaders. In addition to the Cavaliers traveling to Cadott to take on the Cadott Red Sox, the Eau Claire Bears will journey to Grudem Field in Jim Falls to face the Sturgeons, and the Augusta Athletics will host the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks. The Bloomer Woodticks will face the Eau Claire Rivermen at Fairfax Park in Eau Claire. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Cavalier players on Cavalier Profile. You're tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ballgame.
Our next game will be on Friday, June 14th, as the Cavaliers take on the Hudson River Rats from Carson Park. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:30, followed by live play-by-play. That's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Friday, June 14th.
Time now to get to know a Cavalier player on Cavalier Profile. We'll get to know a little better who plays on this year's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball team. And now, Cavalier Profile.
Today on Cavalier Profile, we're talking with Cody Dayton. And Cody, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, levels of baseball that you've played, and so on.
Sure. So yeah, I grew up in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, went to North High School, graduated in 2021. Now I'm going to school at Minnesota State Mankato, studying exercise science, and I'm playing club ball there, so
okay.
Still playing a little bit.
So when you're not playing baseball, what are some other things that keep you interested or occupied?
Just going to the gym. I like to read a little bit, so I do that, and I don't know, I keep it kind of low-key, just doing whatever comes up.
All right, here's a few rapid-fire questions for you. This first one's kind of our trademark question. Okay. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ice cream.
Which kind?
Ooh. Rocky Road.
Okay, that's one of my favorites too. Yeah.
Like that.
All right. Burgers, brats, or hot dogs?
Burgers.
And what do you want on that burger?
Everything on there.
Everything. If we can find it, put it on.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Kitchen sink, if it's there, put it on.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. Favorite major league team?
Milwaukee Brewers, for sure.
All right. And now, if you could sit down and have a chat with any baseball personality in history, whether it was a player or some other kind of baseball personality, who would that be and why?
Probably Bob Uecker. I've listened to him ever since I was little, and
he played in Eau Claire.
I know, yeah, and he played here, and so it just feels like kind of like a connection there, and I just want to hear all the stories he's come up with.
And he has come up with some good ones, hasn't he?
He's had a lot of experiences. I'd love to hear more about him. So.
Okay, now if you had a superpower, what do you think that might be and why?
I'd love super speed.
Super speed.
I've never been the fastest guy, and so being able to be fast, that'd be amazing.
Now, if you had that superpower of speed, you have to have a superhero name to go with that. So what's Cody's superhero name?
Can't go the Flash. That's already trademarked. Probably something generic, like the Quick or something weird like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not very creative when it comes to that.
We're talking with Cody Dayton on Cavalier Profile. How about a shout out to family and friends who come to watch you at Cavs games?
Oh yeah, shout out to my parents, Aaron Dayton, Jeff Dayton, and then my girlfriend Emma Benjamin. She usually watches these with her brothers. So. Yeah.
Okay. And when people come to Cavalier games, remind us of what number you wear and what position you play.
Yeah, so I'm number 25, and I usually play second base, but I can play anywhere, really. So
kind of a utility player.
Yeah, he had me playing catcher last year, so we might see that a couple times.
Okay. We want to thank Cody Dayton for joining us on Cavalier Profile. Coming up next, more of In the Dugout.
This has been Cavalier Profile, where we get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. Stay tuned, more In the Dugout coming right up.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right, as a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Today the Cavaliers will have an opportunity to narrow the gap even more in the CRBL South when they take on the Cadott Red Sox in a doubleheader in Cadott. Now, last season, the Cavs split their two games with the Red Sox, losing the first game 7-1 and capturing the second 8-4. With the apparent power of the Red Sox, the Cavalier pitchers will need to be careful not to leave pitches right down the middle where hitters can cause damage. The Cavalier bats will need to produce similarly to the 23-hit output that they demonstrated back on Wednesday. The Red Sox, on the other hand, would like to prove that they are actually contenders, not pretenders. So we'll have some exciting Cavalier baseball for you right here on NLWN-TV. Now in just a moment, I'll be joining the rest of our broadcast crew at the Cadott High School Field in Cadott as we bring you all the action of today's CRBL doubleheader between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Cadott Red Sox. That's coming up next. You've been tuned to In the Dugout on NLWN-TV.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
You've been watching the In the Dugout show with a look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Stay tuned! Coming up next is live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball. It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Eau Claire Cavalier baseball is on the air.
Fly ball out into center field. It's hit hard. It's hit long, and it's gone. A home run for Cole Hyman.
NLWN-TV proudly presents today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Join us while we follow the Cavaliers as they battle their way through the Chippewa River Baseball League.
Fly ball out into right field. This one's tagged, and it's out of here. Into the fan deck, a 2-run home run by Gabe O'Brien.
And now, out to the ballpark for Eau Claire Cavalier baseball.
And good afternoon from Cadott, right behind Cadott High School. Rick Olson along with Dan Petchow and Amanda Lemler on the computer and Monroe on the camera, getting ready to give us all the great shots of today's Cavalier baseball game, as the Cavaliers are going to take on the Cadott Red Sox. We're getting close to the start of today's game as the Cavs are taking their ins and outs. So, Dan, why don't you go through the Cavaliers starting lineup, and then I'll give the Cadott lineup.
Okay.
Unless you've got it already.
Yeah, I'll do the Cavaliers. Start batting first will be their shortstop, number 6, Caden Erickson. Batting second will be their center fielder, number 4, Xavier Benminster. Batting third will be the third baseman, number 23, Cade Mueller. Batting fourth will be their catcher, number 19, Cole Timon. Batting fifth will be their designated hitter, number 35, Sam Knickerbocker. Batting sixth will be their first baseman, number 47, Carson Windenhausen. Batting seventh will be their second baseman, number 1, Cooper Dykes. Batting eighth will be the right fielder, number 22, Trenton Palmer. Batting ninth will be their left fielder, number 11, Brayden Tillman. Batting 10th will be their extra hitter, number 28, Ashton Kroll. And on the mound will be Lucas Cosley.
And Cosley comes into the game with an 0-1 record and a 1.80 earned run average in 5 innings pitched. His only outing so far this year, he pitched well. Just the Cavaliers didn't provide a whole lot of run support for him, and that's why he's got the 0-1 record. Now, do you have the lineups there for the Cadott Red Sox?
I do. I got them written down
You
already.
knew better than to ask. Go ahead, Dan.
Here's the starters for the Cadott Red Sox. Batting first will be their second baseman, number 24, Jack Kine. Batting second will be their center fielder, number 16, Luke Erickson.
Seems to me we've heard that name before.
Yeah, a couple years there for the Cavaliers. Batting third will be the catcher, number 15, Jonah Hansen. Batting fourth will be the third baseman, number 27, Leo Lasher. Batting fifth will be in right field, number 25, Jack Redwine.
That's the one that, when he played for the Cavs last year, was nicknamed the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah, and I think If I remember right, he got a nice shot down right field at Carson Park. Batting 6 will be the left fielder, number 1, Eli Johnson. Batting 7th will be the first baseman, number 18, Sam Beck. Batting 8th will be the designated hitter, number 8, Logan Brzezinski. Batting 9th will be their shortstop, number 7, Carter Hesselman.
And he used to be a pitcher for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, a few years ago. And on the mound for the Red Sox will be Warner Bovee.
Yeah, Warren Bovee has a 1-0 record with a 0.00 earned run average in 5 1/3 innings pitched. Umpires for this afternoon's games. And game number 1 of this doubleheader, we have Rich Hansen behind the plate. Rick Beyer is on the bases. Of course, they will switch around. We just got the concession stand sign hung in front of us. Dan, I've seen a very magic word up there.
Hey, yeah, hot dogs.
Yeah, they got hot dogs. We're going to have to get some dogs and judge them in our top dog competition. See how they do here with the Cadott Red Sox.
Yeah, another ball field of dogs.
We got to judge the dogs over in Stevens Point yesterday at the football game.
Let's see, we got Colfax, Carson Park. Anywhere else?
Augusta. And so
we'll be 5 pounds heavier by the end of the season.
We're just about ready to get started. I'll tell you what, why don't we take a quick timeout here, and we'll be back with first pitch of today's game between the Cavaliers and the Cadott Red Sox on NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ballgame.
Our next game will be on Friday, June 14th, as the Cavaliers take on the Hudson River Rats from Carson Park. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:30, followed by live play-by-play. That's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Friday, June 14th.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right, as a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
And we're back here at the baseball field behind Cadott High School, where the Cadott Red Sox also call home. The Red Sox play on a skin infield, which means no grass around the infield. It's all dirt, sand, gravel, whatever it is that they've got filled in there.
Yeah, which you got to watch out for little bumps and stuff. You know, when you play infield, they can get little skips and jumps, and so
they dragged it pretty nicely before the game, and when they put the lines down. Dimensions here at Cadott: 300 down the left field line, 350 to straightaway center, and 308 to right field. And Dan, the wind is blowing out, and the Red Sox like to hit round trippers.
Yeah, it's going to be.
So leading off for the Cavaliers, Caden Erickson stepping up to the plate. Erickson batting .310. Warren Bovee on the mound. Taking a look at the Red Sox defensively, it's Hansen behind the plate. Lasher at third, Hesselman at short. And the first pitch is popped up, foul out of play. Kine is at second, Feck at first. Ovi on the mound. On the outfield, Johnson, Erickson, and Redwine going from left to right. Here's the 1-1 pitch, fouled back. It's now 0-2. On deck for the Cavaliers, Xavier Bemnister, and he'll be followed by Cade Mueller. Here's the pitch. One on a miss. Erickson goes down swinging.
Yeah, we got a good view here today. We're right behind home plate.
It's only the third time this season that Erickson has been struck out. Stepping up to the plate is Xavier Bemnister, batting .324. And that first pitch is low for a ball. And the pitch is fouled off. And the pitch swung on a miss. Strike two. And the pitch. That's down low. Counts even at 2-2. There's the pitch. That's down low, and the count goes full to Xavier Bemnister. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just underway from Cadott. Colby starts his motion and delivers. It's outside ball 4. Bemnister draws a walk. Cool breeze here at the ballpark. When I walked up by the school building a little earlier and was out of the breeze, it was absolutely gorgeous. That wind is making it a little bit chilly.
Yeah, moved out of the north right now.
Blow our awning away. And Cade Mueller batting .321. Bemnister takes his lead, and there's a strike called on the inside corner. Movie looks over at first and delivers. Fly ball out into center field. Moving over is Erickson. He makes the catch for the out. That'll bring up Cole Timon. He's catching today. Dan, that ball carried pretty well. Erickson all of a sudden had to head back.
Yeah, it wasn't a very big hit, but the wind has got to be up there on that 10 mile an hour.
Maybe even more. And it's steady. And there's a pitch outside for a ball. He looks at first and delivers. That's down low, ball 2. Yep, 2 balls and no strikes to Cole Timon. 2 down. Bemnister's on first. He has his lead. And the pitch swung on a miss for strike 1. Timon steps back in. Bovey shakes off one side. Toes the rubber. Bemnister takes his lead. Bovey delivers. That's down low for a ball. 3 balls and a strike. Good hit it. Okay. Bovee delivers. That's a ball 4 just outside. Second walk of the inning given up by Warren Bovee. And the Cavs have 2 runners on. Brings up Sam Knickerbocker batting .385. Knickerbocker had outstanding game. We're going to have a courtesy runner coming in for Timon. Tyson Woodcock is in there for Timon. Knickerbocker had an outstanding night at Augusta on Wednesday. He went 4 for 5. It's unusual that you get a 5 at bat game in a 9-inning game, but then to get 4 hits in it. There's a pitch outside for a ball.
Yeah, the bats were alive that night for both teams.
3 hits for the Cavaliers that night. Bovee looks at second and delivers. Inside. Oh, it hit him. They say it got him in the shirt. So now the bases are loaded with 2 down. And that's going to bring up Carson Windenhausen doing his best Gabe O'Brien impression. Windenhausen brought the wrong blue jersey with him, so now he's wearing O'Brien's jersey. Swing and a miss, strike 1. O'Brien just completed his collegiate play, I believe, yesterday. And so now he's going to be rejoining the Cavs shortly. That's high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Windenhausen. Windenhausen usually wears number 32, but today's 47. And the pitch swung on a miss, strike 2.
A big cut there by Windenhausen.
Bovee looking in. Base is all jammed. And the pitch. That's outside. Counts even at 2-2. Bovee starts his motion, and the 2-2 pitch foul back into the screen. I've said this before, Dan, and you've heard me say it, that the difference between a foul tip straight back, one that's a line shot out into center field, is just a fraction of an inch.
Yeah, he's starting to see the ball now. They just got to get it in play.
Here's Bovee's pitch. High pop up, foul out of play. Not a whole lot of room between home plate and the backstop. Bases are loaded. The 2-2 pitch. It's high, he checked his swing, and he held it up. And the count is full. Nowhere to put him. Bases loaded. Warren Bovee on the mound. There's the wind runners go. And there's a shot out into right center.
That's deep.
Way back. It's deep. It's off. Oh, 1 runs in. Here comes the second as Woodcock scores. And here comes Knickerbocker. And it's a bases clearing double. And he's celebrating out on second.
Yeah, just
CRBIs.
just in the middle of the zone.
And a little help from the wind took it all the way out to the fence. And, of course, coming in to score, Bebnister, Woodcock, and Knickerbocker. At the plate now is Cooper Dykes. There's a strike called on the outside corner. Cavs have opened up a 3-0 lead, top of the first inning. Of course, at Augusta, that didn't work out so well. They opened up a 3-0 lead, and all of a sudden at the end of the inning, they were down 9-3. There's a soft grounder out to the pitcher, a crossover to first, so Bovey over to second, and Cooper Dykes is out. So the Cavaliers do pick up 3 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We played a half inning, and it's the Cavaliers 3 and the Cadott Red Sox coming to bat on NLWN-TV.
Menominee Eye and Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
So we're going to head into the bottom of the first inning with the Cavaliers on top 3-0 as the Red Sox are getting ready to come to bat. On the mound for the Cavaliers, Lucas Costley. It's only his 2nd appearance of the season for the Cavs. He's not around as much as he'd like to be because of an internship that he has down in Madison. But last year, he was an incredibly effective pitcher for the Cavs, and all signs point to him having another outstanding season. Taking a look at the Cavaliers defensively, behind the plate is Cole Timon. Kate Bueller is at 3rd. Caden Erickson is at short. Cooper Dykes at 2nd. Carson Windenhausen at 1st. Out in the outfield is Tillman, Bebnister, and Palmer going from left to right. Nice crowd here at Cadott. The good bunch of Cadott fans on their lawn chairs over next to the bleachers. We've got other fans up in the bleachers, along with Ann up in the bleachers. And stepping to the plate is Jack Kine for the Red Sox.
Batting .391.
And he's wearing the Red Sox. Costley delivers. And that missed inside. Rich Hansen behind the plate, calling balls and strikes. Costley's 1-0 pitch. Come on. That missed inside. Come on. And the 2-0 pitch. There's a strike on the inside edge. Two balls, one strike. To Jack Kine. And that's inside. 3-1. And he draws a walk. That's going to bring up Luke Erickson, former Cavalier from last season. He's the leading hitter for the Red Sox, batting .538.
Yeah, he's having a good year already.
There's a strike on the inside edge.
6 RBIs.
Kind on first. Takes his lead. And that pitch got Erickson right square in the back. Kind down to second. Erickson on first, and that's going to bring up Jonah Hansen, the catcher.
Costly's trying to work that inside zone. A little too close.
Hansen batting .316. Here's the pitch. Back miss low. Yeah. He looks at second and delivers. Inside, ball 2. This is typical start for Lucas Costley. Takes him an inning or so to get things going. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. That's inside.
Yeah, every pitch so far he's thrown has been inside.
3-0. And there's Lone inside, so Costley's loaded the bases. It's going to bring up Leo Lasher. And according to our figures, this is his first appearance of the season. We have time being called. We have a courtesy runner going in. And that courtesy runner is Bennett Bovey. It's going in for Jonah Hansen. And the first pitch is a called strike. And the pitch. That's just low. A ball and a strike. To Leo Lasher. Base is loaded. Here's the pitch. Curveball missed high. Okay, come on, let's just one yet. Come on, mind over matter. You can do this. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Base is full. Ground ball out in right field for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the second run in. Throw to the plate. Not going to be played in time. So in to score are Jack Kine and Luke Erickson. As Lasher singles to right field. That's a 2 RBI single.
Yeah, just left it right down the middle of the zone. And Lasher got a hold of it.
It brings up Jack Redwine. And the pitch to Redwine is inside for a ball. Hasley delivers. That's low and inside. Ball 2. That's funny. No. And the pitch runner goes. Foul ball down the right field line. Runners are on the corners for the Red Sox. Hansen's on third. Lasher on first. Redwine at the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Throw over to first, and Lasher gets back fine. Runner goes, fly ball out into right field, coming in hard, and takes the catch. They're going to tag. They're going to tag. Palmer came in hard. And it ended up being a fly ball to right and a throw to first for the double play to get Leo Lasher out. That's going to bring up Eli Johnson. Now with 2 down, runner on third. And the pitch. That's down low for a ball. Johnson batting 158. Here's the pitch. Curve ball over the outside corner for a strike.
Well, it's
And the pitch. Tried that curveball again, just didn't break down in. 2 balls and a strike. Eli Johnson, the left fielder. Fastly delivers. That's low and away, ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That's outside for ball 4. That's the 3rd walk of the inning given up by Costley. 3 walks and a hit batter.
Yeah, trying to work those corners of the zone. Just didn't get the call.
Sam Feck comes to the plate, batting .333, the first baseman. And that's flowing inside. Costley looking in. Over to first. Back in time is Johnson. And the pitch. That's high, just missed above the letters. Costley delivers. That's inside.
Yeah, you know, you got to kind of work the corners because if you put it down the middle, as we saw by Winninghausen, it's going to go to the fence.
3-0 is the count. And the pitch. And ball 4, so now the bases are loaded again. Brings up Logan Brzezinski, and Ryan Bemnister wants to go have a talk with Costley.
Yeah, I think he just Costley wants to work to those corners.
Well, whatever it is, he's struggling to find the zone. He's given up 4 free passes plus a hit batter. Brzezinski will be the 8th batter to the plate. Cavs still hold the lead, 3-2. But the Red Sox are threatening. Brzezinski hitting .227. And a pair of home runs. And that was missed. One-0 pitch. That's down in the dirt. Timon blocks it. Yeah, we're hoping. 2 balls, no strikes. Costly fires. That's a strike called on the outside corner. 2-1. And the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 2. Slee at the belt. And the pitch. That's down low. Count goes full. Or check that. Yeah, it's full. Traveling time for the runners on base.
Team comes back with a curveball.
Runners take off. Pitch is low and away. And an RBI walk. It's going to bring up Carter Hesselman. And Amanda says he also has Red Sox. Hesselman used to be a pitcher for the Cavaliers. And there's a pitch right at the belt for a strike. Comes into this game batting .278. And that pitch was set up outside, and it's where it went, outside for ball 1. Osley's at the belt. And the pitch. That missed outside. Two balls, one strike. And the pitch. Check swing, strike called. Counts even at 2-2. With 2 down. 3 runners on. 3 runs are in. And it fouled back into the screen.
Go through there, 17. Where do you click out for go for games? Try something right now, buddy.
And the pitch. Ground ball over to third. Mueller takes it himself. And so Hesselman gets the fielder's choice. And getting put out at third is Eli Johnson, 5 unassisted. So, for the Red Sox, they do pick up 3 runs on 1 hit. No errors, 3 left on base. We played an inning, and we are all tied at 3 on NLWN-TV.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us, on the roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Visit either of Eau Claire's 2 locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores on Highway 93 or North Claremont Avenue.
The Phoenix are rising. NLWN-2 is excited to be your home for Chippewa Valley Phoenix Semi-Pro Football. Our next game will be on June 15th when the Phoenix will host the Midwest Warriors in a non-league game. Coverage begins with Phoenix rising at 1:30 p.m. Follow the Phoenix as they battle their way through the 2024 season on NLWN-2. That's exciting Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on June 15th.
We're back here at Cadott. All tied up at 3-3 after 1 inning. 2 up for the Cavaliers in the top of the second. Trenton Palmer, Brayton Tillman, and Ashton Kroll. Warren Bovee still on the mound for
the Red Sox, and the first pitch is outside for a ball. It's Trenton Palmer.
In there, Warren.
There's the wind in the pitch. That's down low, ball two. Yeah, damn, both pitchers struggling with the strike zone in today's game.
I don't know. Trying to work the corners. I don't know. Maybe the wind's playing a little bit with the ball.
There's a fly ball out into left field. Getting under it is Johnson. He makes the catch. It's going to bring up Brayton Tillman, hitting .310 on the season.
We just found out he got 50%
In 1+ innings, there have been 7 walks so far. There's a high pop-up. Shallow right field, going back and making the catch is Kine. 2 down, Ashton Kroll coming to the plate. And there's a pitch high to Kroll. Kroll batting .273. And that pitch is outside. Line in the pitch. That pitch caught the corner. 2 balls and a strike. You can hear that wind just whipping through our microphones. Swing and a miss, strike 2. We'll chase some high heat that time. Two pitch. That missed inside. Count goes full. Warren Bovee thought he had that one. And Rich Hansen said, no, you didn't. There's the pitch. Payoff pitch. Pop foul out of play. Off the screen. Ryan Bemnister coaching down third base box. Ryan Page down the first base box. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss to chase the high heat that time. Cole goes down on strikes. So for the Cavaliers, nothing across in the second inning, which means no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. So we played an inning and a half. We're tied at 3 on NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Yeah, I think one of the things us veterans are hoping for is soon the cabin will be built.
It's going to be amazing to be able to come to a place like this and stay at a cabin with amazing people, animals, a view, and get away from it all.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin, giving Wisconsin veterans and their families a much-needed escape in the Northwoods. Donations of any amount are encouraged, and sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
We're back here at Cadott High School, the field behind Cadott High School. Cavaliers taking on the Cadott Red Sox, heading into the bottom of the second inning. All knotted up at 3. Due up for the Red Sox, top of the order, Jack Kine, Luke Erickson, and Jonah Hansen. Kine drew a walk his first time up, came around and scored.
Oh, there you go. Up the hill.
And a pop foul out of play by Kind. Little activity going to happen down in the Cavalier bullpen. Mason Yarrington going down to warm up. And that pitch missed.
No.
And the pitch. Ground ball over to first. Windenhausen can't quite handle it. Flip over to first.
Yeah, just
And
couldn't
I
make.
didn't see the call get made.
Yeah, it was safe. He just didn't have anybody to throw to.
I didn't see Bayer make a call, and I'm looking through a whole bunch of screening here. So that's an error on the first baseman, Windenhausen.
By a mile.
It's going to bring up Luke Johnson. Johnson was hit by the pitch his first time up. Hits a fly ball out to right field.
Oh, that's
Way back, and that's gone. Little aid from the wind. And that puts Cadott on top, 5-3.
Yeah, one got right in the middle of the zone, and he got on top of that one.
That's Erickson's first home run of the season. That'll bring up Jonah Hansen. He walked his first time up.
Another one dropped.
And that first pitch missed.
Bring it in here. Come on, bring it over.
And that one missed.
Yeah,
Balls.
not by much.
And the 2-0 pitch. There's a strike inside third of the plate.
No. That way they know they don't.
2 balls and a strike to Jonah Hansen.
Come on.
And that one missed inside. 3 balls and a strike. Astley looks in and delivers. And that's inside for ball 4.
With that?
That's 6 free passes for Costley. And we do have a courtesy runner coming in for Hansen. And again, it's Bennett Bovey. Ryan Bedminster heading out to the mound. And I think they're giving just a little chat out there to also give Mason Yarrington a little additional time to get warm in the bullpen. So he got everything said that needed to be said. Jonah Hansen is on first. Leo Lasher hit a 2 RBI single his first time up. And the pitch. Yeah! Flipper out into left field, falls in for a hit. Hansen has to, or check that's Bennett has to hold up at second. So Leo Lasher has a 2-hit day. And that'll bring up Jack Redwine. He flew out to right field, and it was a double play because they doubled Lasher off of first. There's a fly ball out into center field. Bemnister moving over makes the catch. And the throw into third holds the runner at second. So that's the first out of the inning. 2 runners on.
That's one. A couple more. Walter for you, like.
And now we're getting time called, so we're going to have a pitching change. And, well, he hasn't gone out yet, but I think that's what we're going to get. He's announcing it to the bullpen, and so we're getting a pitching and catching change, I believe. And we'll get all that figured out after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Hi. I'm your retirement fear. But don't be scared. You're still in pre-retirement.
Does that mean I have more time to plan?
Precisely. Here, this is pretirement.org.
Retirement savings options? Potential tax breaks?
Move.
This isn't scary. I'm doing it.
You got this.
Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training on a Friday afternoon, and the very next day, he took his own life.
Mason Yarrington on the mound for the Cavaliers. He actually comes into the batting order as well. And there's a strike called at the knees.
Yeah, well,
This is Eli Johnson at the plate. He drew a walk.
So ball comes in.
There's a soft looper, and going back and catching it is Erickson. Throw to second, and he can't hang on. Almost got the double play. Erickson made the catch out in shallow center field.
A good catch by Erickson over his shoulder.
Yeah, great. You could have.
Yarrington pitches and fouls it back. So Yarrington's in the lineup batting order for Cole Timon, and Sam Knickerbocker comes in to catch from the DH spot. So there's no longer a DH, and that pitch hit Sam Feck in the knee. So now the bases are loaded with 2 away. Yarrington looks in and swing and a miss by Brzezinski. And the pitch, that one's low and away. Curveball kind of got away from him that time. Yarrington looking in and delivers.
Ground ball, foul down the third baseline.
Is that true? I don't know where you guys want to play.
And the pitch. That one's high. Two balls, two strikes, two down. Swing and a miss.
Here comes a run.
Coming. And they complete the out. So basically, that just goes in the book as a strikeout for Brzezinski. And the Red Sox go down in the second, but not before scoring 2 runs on the home run by Luke Erickson. They actually had 2 hits that inning. There was 1 Cavalier error, and the bases were left loaded. So we have played 2 innings, and it's the Cadott Red Sox 5, Cavaliers 3 on NLWN-TV.
The Phoenix are rising. NLWN-2 is excited to be your home for Chippewa Valley Phoenix Semi-Pro Football. Our next game will be on June 15th when the Phoenix will host the Midwest Warriors in a non-league game. Coverage begins with Phoenix rising at 1:30 p.m. Follow the Phoenix as they battle their way through the 2024 season on NLWN-2. That's exciting Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on June 15th.
90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. You don't know how much somebody can hide what's going on inside their head. Store your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
Cadott Erickson at the plate for the Cavaliers, and he fouls first one back. Erickson struck out his first time up. Warren Bovee winds and fires. That's a strike at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. There's a high pop, foul territory, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the ground. They kind of lost it.
Yeah, it was moving around up there, and then first baseman needed to come over here, and then the bat was in the way, so.
Hansen wasn't sure where it was. Pitcher came in, tried to call. First baseman came in and kind of fell between them. So new lease on life for Cadott Erickson. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's outside for a ball. And the 1-2 pitch. High pop, foul territory, out of play. Lands in the street behind us. There's a young man over behind us that's just making a fortune retrieving foul balls today. More power to him. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Counts even at 2-2. Cavs need to put some runners on base. Here's the wind and the 2-2 pitch. That's another foul back.
That's good. That's something good. It's good for you.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Down low. Count goes full to Caden Erickson. Xavier Bemnister on deck. He'll be followed by Cade Mueller.
Well, I guess
And the pitch. That's down low for ball 4. Erickson draws the walk. And that's going to bring up Xavier Bemnister, who walked, came around and scored on on Carson Windenhausen's 3 RBI double back in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Line shot over to short. Picked up there. Throw over to first is in time.
Is it double play?
He must have caught it on the fly. So that goes in the book as a line to 6. And then throw to 3 for the double play. So 2 down. Cade Mueller comes to the plate. And he hits one right into the glove of Kine. Jabs are hitting the ball. It's just right at somebody. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We played 2.5. And it's the Red Sox 5, Cavaliers 3 on NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, you first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ballgame.
Our next game will be on Friday, June 14th, as the Cavaliers take on the Hudson River Rats from Carson Park. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:30, followed by live play-by-play. That's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Friday, June 14th.
Back here at Cadott, as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, on a breezy Sunday afternoon. Due up for the Red Sox in the bottom of the inning is Carter Hesselman. He'll be followed by Jack Kine and then Luke Erickson. Mason Yarrington on the mound. Here's the pitch. That's high for a ball. And the pitch. That's a strike at the knees. Yarrington winds and fires. Pop fly foul out of play on the first base side. And the young man gets to go chase it into the neighbor's yard. One-two pitch. That's high for a ball.
Look for you across the road when he cars come. Yeah.
And the pitch. High pop foul out of play. And the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. It's 1 down, second strikeout for Yarrington. By the way, the numbers on Lucas Cosley went 1 1/3.
Gave up 5 runs, 4 of which were earned. Only gave up 3 hits, but he walked 6. And no strikeouts. Top of the order for the Red Sox, Jack Kind. Kind walked and got out on an error. He has scored twice. And there's a pop foul out of play. Yarrington winds and fires at missed high, just above the letters. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch is high for a ball. And there's ball 4. So Kind draws the walk. And that's going to bring up Luke Erickson. Erickson hit a 2-run homer his last time up. Time before that, he was hit by the pitch. Over first. Back in time. And that pitch is high. One 0 pitch. That's high ball 2. Runner takes his lead. Swing and a miss for a strike. That pitch was at the letters, and Erickson swung under it. Yarrington delivers. Hard smash out into the right field. Rounding second and going to check in at third is Kind as Luke Erickson singles to right.
Yeah, left on it right up in the zone.
That's going to bring up Jonah Hansen, who has walked twice.
Hey guys, come on now to pay for it. Just plug in old man. I told him that. You drink your
So stepping to the plate, Jonah Hansen. And there's a strike called at the letters. 1 down, runners at the corners.
Yeah, one thing I noticed is we saw Mason pitch earlier this year.
There's a high pop up. Yarrington's under it.
Is he out?
And they throw to second.
Loose. Loose.
That ball fell all the way. And they're going to have a talk at the mound. But in the book, that goes in as a fielder's choice for Jonah Hansen. And Erickson is out at second. And I think that's going to be 4-6 on the putout. Kind of end up holding at third because he thought it was going to get caught. That wind was playing havoc with it. You could see Yarrington just really struggling. There's a ground ball fielded by Erickson and flipped to second for the out. So the Red Sox go down without any runs this inning. On 1 hit, there were no errors and 1 left on, or 2 left on base. So
Well, Henry, good news. You still got $2.75.
So, like I said, no runs on one hit. There were no errors and 2 left on. We've completed 3 innings, and it's the Red Sox 5, Cavaliers 3 on NLWN-TV.
Royal Credit Union's low rates and flexible terms on auto loans can help keep your payments low. Get a great rate on your next car or truck purchase, or refinance an existing vehicle with an auto loan from Royal Credit Union. Royal also offers loans for buying or refinancing boats, UTVs, and other vehicles. Royal Credit Union wants to help keep your payments low. Check rates and apply for a Royal Credit Union vehicle loan online at rcu.org/autorate. Subject to credit approval.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Stepping to the plate is Mason Yarrington. He does not get a whole lot of opportunities to hit. Still looking for his first hit as a Cavalier. Swings and misses at that first pitch. And that pitch was inside for a ball. He's only had 4 at-bats this season. He has scored 2 runs. Those were when he was as a courtesy runner. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Sam Knickerbocker, he was hit by the pitch his first time up.
What are you doing, Sam?
I guess Sam feels he's going to get a hit one way or another.
Yeah, he's just getting stronger as the season goes.
That pitch is low. Amanda said Sam's got Red Sox on too. And that one's fouled out of play. But he's playing for the Cavaliers, not the Red Sox.
Come on, Sam. You got it, big guy.
Ball and a strike, 1 out. And the pitch. That's high for ball 2. Warren Bovee starting his 4th inning of work. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into shallow center field. Coming in, the ball's going to fall in front of Erickson, and Knickerbocker is safe at first with a Texas League single. And we are going to get a courtesy runner out there, and that's going to be Tyson Woodcock.
Did you tell him you just know about it?
And then Carson Windenhausen coming to the plate. His last time up, he hit a 3 RBI double.
Yeah.
Throw over to first. Woodcock is back.
Although I lost a quarter.
Throw over to first again, and Woodcock is back.
Huh? No, he had like found.
Here's the pitch. That's high for a ball. Ovey looking in and delivers. High pop foul out of play.
So a ball and a strike to Warren Bovey, or not from Warren Bovey to Carson Windenhausen. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into right center field. That one's carrying back. It's off the fence. Windenhausen's going to check in at second, and Woodcock is at third. Ball gets by the catcher, but Woodcock's not coming.
Yeah, good hit by Windenhausen.
That's second straight double to center field by Windenhausen. Cooper Dykes at the plate. He grounded back to the pitcher his last time up. That's down low for a ball.
And Knoxville's out of gas. When's the gas station? You don't even know what I was going to say.
And here's the wind and the pitch. That's outside, ball two. Two balls and no strikes. One out. Here's the pitch. It's high for ball three.
It's cold.
Trenton Palmer on deck. Here's 3-0 pitch. And there's ball four, high and tight. Bases are now loaded. And we're going to get a conference at the mound. Rick Danielson, the manager, goes out.
Well,
where's your Bob?
It's what?
I think they're just discussing situation. Danielson is heading off.
Yeah. Well, of course, it's up and play.
No, I mean like, out there like. Oh,
Yeah, maybe want to keep something down on the zone, and try to just get into a double play. But don't leave anything in the middle of the zone. Middle or up.
A solid base hit to the outfield should tie the game. And the pitch. That was a called strike. As our awning sure sounded like it was trying to blow away on us that time. There's the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. 0-2 now to Cooper Dykes with one down. Brayton Tillman on deck. Here's the pitch.
What? Oh, no.
On the back?
At least you got money to go to the doctor.
I'm not.
Come on, Trenton.
Check that. It's Trenton Palmer at the plate. Ground ball down the third baseline, foul. Palmer flew out to the left his last time up. There's one that's inside. Counts even at 2-2. As I was saying, Brayton Tillman is on deck. One out. Bovey looking in. 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball three. Three balls, two strikes, one out. Nowhere to put him. Bases loaded. Bovey goes into the wind and the pitch. That's ball four, an RBI walk for Trenton Palmer.
Yeah, Warner, trying to work that bottom of the zone and try to get that ground ball, but Just couldn't get it.
That's the 5th walk given up by Warren Bovey. And the Cavs have narrowed the score to 5-4. And there's a called strike right down the middle at the knees. Brayton Tillman popped to second his last time up. That pitch is high. I wonder if the wind isn't having an effect on the pitcher's ability to command the zone. Bovey winds and fires. There's a line shot out into right field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. 1 run is in. That's Windenhausen. Coming into the plate, scoring is Deitz. And checking in at second is Brayton Tillman.
Yeah, another one left up in the zone. And Tillman got a hold of that one.
A 2 RBI double. So the Cavs have regained the lead 6-5. That's going to bring up Ashton Kroll. Runners at second and third. 1 out. And there's a strike right over the outside third of the plate, about belt high. And the pitch. That's outside for a ball. Kroll struck out his last time up. And the pitch, swing and a miss. That's what he did last time around, too, went after the high pitch.
And
the pitch. There's a ground ball over to second and can't handle it. And a run comes in to score. We're going to charge that as an error to kind.
Yeah, see, that's that skin infield. It took a goofy hop on him.
I think he'll still get the RBI because I think that Palmer would have come in to score anyway. 4-run inning for the Cavaliers. Top of the order, Erickson sends a foul ball down the left field line. Cavs have runners on the corners. Still 1 out. Caden Erickson at the plate. There's a shot over to third. And he caught it on the fly. Xavier Bemnister comes to the plate. He line shot one of the most unfortunate shots that you could think of, right out to the shortstop who nabbed it just before it skipped off the ground and then threw over to first to double off Erickson. There's a pitch high for a ball. So there's out 2 down. And the pitch. That's inside for a ball.
Well, and you don't want to have a pitch to right part of it. Not good for
Here's the pitch. High pop up. Out into shallow right field. The wind played havoc with it, but making the catch is kind. There are no routine pop-ups in this game. But for the Cavaliers, they do pick up 4 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error, and we had 2 left on base. So now we've played 3.5 innings, and it's the Cavaliers back on top by a score of 7-5 on NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ballgame.
Our next game will be on Friday, June 14th, as the Cavaliers take on the Hudson River Rats from Carson Park. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:30, followed by live play-by-play. That's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Friday, June 14th.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
So we're going to head into the bottom of the fourth inning. Cavs on top, 7-5. Mason Yarrington to start roughly his third inning of work. And due up for the Red Sox are Jack Redwine, Eli Johnson, and Sam Feck. Redwine flew out twice, once out to right and once to center. You know what, Dan? He should spread the love and fly out to left.
Just spray it all over the place.
If he doesn't, the wind will anyway. So.
That's right.
Here's the pitch. That one took off on Yarrington.
He was checking the top of the zone.
And he missed. Here's the pitch. Swing in and miss for a strike. See, that first pitch was all part of the strategy.
Came back down low with that curveball.
Yarrington looking in. Here's the pitch. Ground ball out into right field. Redwine's on with a single. That's going to bring up Eli Johnson. Johnson walked and then popped to Erickson at short.
All right. Come on, Jeff. Come on, Sam.
Sliding.
That curveball missed high.
We don't have them.
And the pitch. That's a strike on the inside edge, right at the knees.
You were at second base.
And the pitch. That just missed inside. Yarrington looking in. And he delivers. Curveball misses. And the pitch. And that's ball four. Johnson draws the walk. So there's now two runners on for the Red Sox. That's going to bring up Sam Feck. Feck has reached base both times he appeared at the plate. Drew a walk and was hit by the pitch. There's a high pop-up. Windenhausen coming in and makes the catch. It should have been the infield fly rule anyway. So 1 out, 2 runners on. Logan Brzezinski at the plate. That one just missed outside. Brzezinski walked
That was an RBI walk and has struck out. That one's low for a ball. And there's a strike called. 2 balls and a strike. There's a high pop-up behind the plate. Knickerbocker trying to find it, and he hangs on. That wind, I'll tell you, Dan, that had Knickerbocker doing the Blue Danube waltz out there.
Yeah.
But he hung on.
Little shake of the head.
And the first pitch to Carter Hesselman is a called strike. So 2 down. Ground ball over to Erickson. Bobbles it. Throws over to first. It's not in time. And the ball gets by Windenhausen. 1 run comes in to score. So that's going to be an error on Erickson to get Hesselman on first. And the run is going to come in to score on a second error by Erickson on the throw. So 1 run in. Johnson is over on third. Hesselman's on first. Fly ball out into right field, way back, off the fence. Run comes in to score, throwing to second, and the runners are going to have to hold up there. That was Jack Kine.
Got it. The spot to be is right in the middle of that zone.
And Luke Erickson comes to the plate. He's 2 for 2. Homered and singled. That pitch is inside.
Ready. He's get ahead here, boy.
And the pitch. That's outside for a ball. Swing and a miss for a strike. Erickson wanted to send another one for a ride. And that pitch is down in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike. Yarrington delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Yeah, I was telling you earlier, we saw Mason pitch in high school here this spring, and his throw has definitely gotten harder.
There's a line shot out into right center field for a base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs come in. And a 2 RBI single for Luke Erickson.
That Luke Erickson. That's I got yeah, I got some.
Hey, you can't leave it up in that zone today. That middle up.
So Ryan Bemnister is out there having a talk. And Yarrington is going to stay right out there throwing. Jonah Hansen coming to the plate. He's walked twice and got grounded into a fielder's choice. Runner on first. And the pitch. That's high and away for a ball. And the pitch. Runner goes. Throw it on to second. And they got him. So Erickson is caught stealing. And for the Cadott Red Sox, they picked up 4 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 Cavalier errors and nobody left on base. We've played 4, and it's the Red Sox 9, Cavaliers 7 on NLWN-TV.
C&K Construction is your source for high-quality concrete and construction work in the Chippewa Valley. Established in 2014, C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls is a leading concrete contractor proud to serve Eau Claire, Altoona, Menominee, and surrounding areas. Specializing in concrete construction, excavating, flatwork poured walls, and much more, they're right for all of your concrete needs. Call C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls at 715-559-1335.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
The Phoenix are rising. NLWN-2 is excited to be your home for Chippewa Valley Phoenix semi-pro football. Our next game will be on June 15th when the Phoenix will host the Midwest Warriors in a non-league game. Coverage begins with Phoenix rising at 1:30 p.m. Follow the Phoenix as they battle their way through the 2024 season on NLWN-2. That's exciting Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on June 15th.
We do have a new rump on the bump for the Cadott Red Sox, and that's Chase Watkins. Warren Bovey went 4 innings, gave up 7 runs. They were all earned and on 4 hits. And I'm looking here. He walked 5 and struck out 3. Watkins, this is first appearance on the mound this year. And leading off for the Cavaliers in the top of the 5th inning is Cade Mueller. Mueller's 0 for 2. That's high for a ball. His first time up, he flew out to center field. Second time up, he hit a line shot right into the glove of the second baseman. And that pitch missed, but I'm not sure where it missed.
Must have been a little high.
2 balls. And the 2-0 pitch. And that's a strike called. Right at the letters. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That's high for ball 3. 3-1. And the pitch. Ground ball right off the pitcher's shoulder. Mueller's hustling, and he beats it out to first.
Yeah, that was just a defensive play by the pitcher.
Yeah, we're not going to charge Watkins with an error on that. Mueller's going to get an unusual infield hit because the pitcher was just trying to get out of the way. That's going to bring up Mason Yarrington. Struck out his first time up. And the pitch. Yarrington shows bunt. He offers. It's a strike. Over at first, Mueller has his lead. Watkins delivers. Yarrington shows bunt. He pulls back, and it's a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Yarrington offers at that one. It was down low. A ball and 2 strikes.
Right. But no. Almost never.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball down low. Watkins put some spin on that ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3, throw it on to first, and getting back is Mueller. So Yarrington goes down swinging. It's going to bring up Sam Knickerbocker. He singled to center field his last time up. He was also hit by the pitch. He has scored twice. And the pitch. High fly ball out into left center field. Moving over, trying to make the catch, and he did. He made a diving catch. Luke Erickson makes the play. Yeah. 2 down. That was a heck of a play. He just laid out for it. That's going to bring up Carson Windenhausen. He's 2 for 2. Couple of doubles. Watkins at the belt. And he delivers. Ground ball. No, we call foul ball. Came off the plate. So Windenhausen steps back in. Cats down by 2 there in the 5th. And the pitch. That's high and inside for a ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down low, ball 2. Well, what started out as a nice, kind of sunny, partly cloudy day has turned into overcast.
Yeah, it'd be a little choppy on the water today.
And walleye chop.
Yeah.
2 balls and a strike to Carson Winninghausen with 1 out. Or check that, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Pop up out into right field. Moving over is Kine from second, and he makes the catch. So the Cavaliers get no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and 1 left on base. So we played 4.5, and it's the Red Sox 9, Cavaliers 7 on NLWN-TV.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal. The sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us, on the roads that unite us. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to be the fuel that keeps you firing on all cylinders.
Visit either of Eau Claire's 2 locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores on Highway 93 or North Claremont Avenue.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do,
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
So we're going to go into the bottom of the 5th inning. Mason Yarrington still on the mound for the Cavaliers. Jonah Hansen coming to the plate. He was at the plate when Luke Erickson was caught stealing for the 3rd out of the inning back in the 4th. He'll be followed by Leo Lasher and Jack Redwine. And that pitch just missed inside. To Jonah Hansen. There's a fly ball out into right field, and it's foul. And the pitch is high for a ball. Here's the pitch. Check swing high. Here's the pitch. Line shot out into right center field, and on to first is Jonah Hansen.
Yeah, another one of those pitches. Just stayed up in the zone.
Benabovi coming in as the courtesy runner. Brings up Leo Lasher. He's 2 for 3, singled twice and grounded into a fielder's choice. There's a high pop, fly ball out into left field. Moving over is Tillman. He makes the catch. Tillman did drop the ball, but they say it was in the transfer to the other hand. It's going to bring up Jack Redwine. Redwine is 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. Swing and a miss for a strike. And the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. Bennett thought about going to third. went back to second, and Redwine has the base hit to right. And we're going to get Bemnister with a conference at the mound.
Yeah, a couple pitches there stayed up in the zone.
One out. Red Sox have runners at first and second. Ryan Bemnister said what he needed to. Clear. At the belt and pitch. That's low for a ball. And the pitch to Johnson is low again. Ball two. And a swing and a miss. And a grind foul. He grounded that one off his shin, and that looks like it kind of smarted a little. Two balls, two strikes. Red Sox leading the Cavaliers 9-7. We're in the bottom of the fifth. First of two today, 7-inning games. And the pitch. Ground ball foul down the third base line. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into left field. Moving out there is Tillman, and he makes the catch. One more. That's going to bring up Sam Feck. He walked. He was hit by the pitch, and he popped out to first. And fouling it back.
Yeah, Mason Arrington hanging in here.
Here's the pitch. That one's low and inside. And that pitch missed outside. 2 balls and a strike with 2 down. Runners at first and second. And there's a fly ball foul. Pop foul. Bounced right in front of us. I was expecting it to come through the top of the awning.
Did it come here in the concrete? Oh, it did. I was looking behind us.
Right out in front of our table, it bounced off the concrete.
Yeah, make up.
So Feck's still at the plate. That one got him in the knee again. So that'll load the bases. And Ryan Bemnister going out is going to make a pitching change. And we'll have the details right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Hi. I'm your retirement fear. But don't be scared. You're still in pre-retirement.
Does that mean I have more time to plan?
Precisely. Here, this is pretirement.org.
Retirement savings options? Potential tax breaks.
Ooh,
This isn't scary. I'm doing it.
you got this.
Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training on a Friday afternoon, and the very next day he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. You don't know how much somebody can hide what's going on inside their head. Store your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Numbers on Yarrington's outing today. He went 3 1/3 innings, gave up 4 runs, 2 of which were earned on 5 hits, walked 2, and struck out 2. In to pitch for the Cavaliers is Dalton Steele. And he's got an 0-1 record. And he has a pretty high earned run average. He's given up 5 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings, so it's about a 19+ ERA. At the plate is Logan Brzezinski, and there's a called strike. There's the pitch. That was inside. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Brzezinski walked, struck out, and popped out to the catcher. There's the pitch. That's just a little bit low. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bases loaded. And the pitch. Curveball, line down the third base line. Foul.
Yeah.
Hit it a ton, just in the wrong direction.
Yeah, not by much.
Down in that left field corner, yes, it's short down. There's only 300 feet, but it's a fairly high fence. It's a double height fence compared to the rest of the outfield. There's a high pop foul. And just out of play. There's the pitch. Fly ball, left field, foul. Probably 5 feet foul. Way out by that 300-foot sign. Tillman gave it a chase, just couldn't get there in time.
Couple fastballs in a row there. See if he comes back with a curveball.
Steele at the belt and delivers. Strike 3 called. Dalton Steele gets Brzezinski looking. So for the Red Sox, they didn't get any runs. They loaded the bases on 2 hits. No Cavalier errors, and 3 were left on base. So we've played 5, and we go to the 6th with the Red Sox 9, Cavaliers 7 on NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
Okay, heading into the top of the 6th inning, we have some defensive changes for the Cadott Red Sox. Now playing at first base is Chad Crone. And Feck moves out to left field, and Crone will be batting in Johnson's slot, who used to play left field. Leading off for the Cavaliers is Cooper Dykes. There's a strike at the letters. Dykes is 0 for 1. He grounded back to the pitcher, then walked and scored a run. Chase Watkins on the mound. And that one's low and in the dirt. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's inside. 2 balls and a strike. Watkins at the belt. And the pitch. That's high. 3-1. And here's the pitch. There's a strike called on the outside third of the plate. And that pitch is inside. So Cooper Dykes draws a walk. That brings up Trenton Palmer. Palmer represents the tying run.
Yeah, these pitchers know you don't leave it down the middle of the plate. So they're trying to work those corners.
And here's the pitch. That's high for a ball. Watkins on the rubber. Dykes takes the lead at first. Watkins pitches. That's at the letters for a strike. And the throw over. Back in time. You know, Dad, it is effective as a base runner. If you just throw the throw, it means you're getting his attention. It means you can't fully concentrate on the batter.
Yeah, see if he goes here.
And the pitch. Down. Yeah, down low. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, top of the 6th. Cavaliers going to have to start making some moves here pretty quick.
And here's the pitch. That's down low. 3-1. Brenton Palmer flew out to left and drew a walk. He scored a run. Watkins at the belt. And the 3-1 pitch. That's down low for ball 4. Tying run is now on base. Brings up Brayton Tillman. Tillman's 1 for 2 today. He popped a second, but he also delivered a double to right field, and we're going to get some activity going on out on the mound. Alex Schmidt heading out to talk to Watkins. And he said what he needed to say. And the infield's doing a little bit of a chat. So Tillman stepping to the plate. Tillman picked up a couple of RBIs on that double to right field. Here's the pitch. That's high for a ball. And the pitch. That's a strike on the inside third of the plate. So a ball and a strike with nobody out. 2 runners on for the Cavaliers. Down by 2. Top of the 6th inning. First of 2 games, so this is only a 7-inning game. Ground ball, foul down the first baseline. Ashton Kroll is due up next for the Cavs.
There's a big gap between right and center.
And the pitch. That's a strike on the outside edge of the plate for strike 3. Ashton Kroll coming up with 1 out, 2 runners on. Tying run is on base. Kroll is 0 for 2, but he did get on his last time up with an error on the second baseman, Kine. And the pitch. That's low for a ball.
What? What? Huh? Oh, really? Wow.
Watkins looks over at second and now delivers. That's a strike on the outside corner.
That's what they call a swing.
Ball and a strike to Ashton Kroll. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Throws to second for 1, over to first, and it's a 1-6-3 double play. So for the Cavaliers, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We've played 5.5, and it's the Red Sox 9, Cavaliers 7 on NLWN-TV.
Ready for a better way to bank? Switch to Royal Credit Union. Royal Credit Union is a financial co-op, not a corporation, so we return earnings to our members. That means you get low or no fees for account services and better rates on deposits and loans. You'll also have all the digital tools you need at your fingertips, so managing your account is easy. Royal is ready to help you discover the credit union difference. Switch to Royal Credit Union today at rcu.org/difference. Insured by NCUA.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ballgame.
Our next game will be on Friday, June 14th, as the Cavaliers take on the Hudson River Rats from Carson Park. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:30, followed by live play-by-play. That's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Friday, June 14th.
So we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's up to Dalton Steele to keep the lid on the Red Sox, so they give the Cavs a fighting chance in the 7th. So leading off is Carter Hesselman for the Red Sox, and they'll go back to the top of the order for Jack Kine and Luke Erickson. So Hesselman steps in. Steele at the belt. Here's the pitch. Strike called at the knees. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. And the pitch. High hopper over to the pitcher, throw to first. And they got him by a half a step. Takes us to the top of the order, Jack Kine.
Down in front, down in back. Thank you.
Since my being started here. Okay, great.
And the pitch. That's outside, back to the screen. Hine doubled his last time up. It's an RBI double. And the pitch. That's high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. There's a strike called. That was at the letters. 2 balls and a strike. Dalton Steele on the mound, and he delivers. Strike 2 on the outside third of the plate. Counts even at 2-2 with 1 down. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 down. It's going to bring up Luke Erickson. Erickson is 3 for 3 today. He homered and has a pair of singles. He has a total of 4 RBIs on the day. 2 were courtesy of that home run. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. He tried to hold back, but couldn't. Steele looking in. And the 0-1 pitch. That's high for a ball. And here's the pitch. That's high ball 2.
Yeah, trying to keep it out of the middle. Just a little bit high.
And the pitch. High pop up. Fly ball out into left field. And Tillman is under it, makes a catch. So for the Red Sox, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 6 innings. And it's the Red Sox 9, Cavaliers 7 on NLWN.
If your estate isn't looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape your estate right up to snuff with installation of retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Then they'll keep it that way with their expert lawn care service. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I think one of the things us veterans are hoping for is soon the cabin will be built.
It's going to be amazing to be able to come to a place like this and stay at a cabin with amazing people, animals, a view, and get away from it all.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin, giving Wisconsin veterans and their families a much-needed escape in the Northwoods. Donations of any amount are encouraged, and sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
So we're heading to the top of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Cavaliers. Trailing 9-7. At top of the order coming up for the Cavs. Caden Erickson will be leading things off, and he's due for something really good to happen. He'll be followed by Xavier Bemnister and Cade Mueller.
I see if the Cavaliers can get one guy on base and try to move him early.
So Erickson approaches the plate.
Nobody said this off there yet.
Watkins looking in. He delivers. Foul back into the screen. And the 0-1 pitch. There's a strike called. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one got Erickson, so he's on base. Caught him right in the shoulder. That's going to bring up Xavier Bedminster. So Watkins now is going to have a runner to deal with at first as well. Bedminster is 0 for 2. Lined to short and popped out to second. He also drew a walk and he scored then. That first pitch is high for a ball. Erickson's taking a fairly routine lead, but a good secondary lead. I think you might be right about your idea there, Dan.
Yeah, Caden's got speed at first here.
And there's a strike at the belt. Calling a strike to Xavier Bedminster. Erickson with the lead at first. And the pitch foul back into the net. Actually, it's not a net, it's a screen here. We're at Cadott High School, home of the Cadott Hornets, but also of the Cadott Red Sox. And the pitch. That's down low for a ball. Count goes even at 2-2. Boy, that wind has not let up at all today, has it, Dan?
No, the sun come out a little bit right now, but
that kind of feels good. And the pitch swung on miss. Strike 3. Bedminster chased a curveball just outside the zone. That's going to bring up Cade Mueller with 1 down. Erickson on first. Mueller got an unusual infield hit, bounced it off of Watkins' shoulder his last time up. And the pitch, that's down low for a ball. Watkins likes the sign, looks at first. Now delivers. Inside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch, that one's in the dirt. Erickson does not advance. What they're doing there, Dan, is Erickson's run really doesn't mean much without the run behind him, so they don't want Erickson to run into an additional out.
Yeah, he's not taking a very big lead at first.
Watkins looks over. 3-0 pitch. That's a strike called on the outside corner. Kay Mueller thought it was ball 4. Three balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Line shot foul down the left field line. Erickson, like you said, Dan, is not taking a huge lead. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 down. Cavaliers are down to their final hitter. And Dalton Steele coming to the plate. Steele coming into the game batting 167.
One RBI.
Watkins at the belt. And he delivers. Strike on the outside corner. And the pitch, that's down low for a ball. A ball and a strike to Dalton Steele. Erickson on first. 2 down. We're in the 7th. Cavaliers trail by 2. And the pitch. Liner out into center field. Then Erickson comes in and makes the catch for the final out. So for the Cavaliers, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 was left on base. Final score is the Cadott Red Sox 9, Cavaliers 7. And we'll be back with an abbreviated version of Talkin' Baseball right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
In November of 2018, our daughter Jana passed away. The outpouring of support was unbelievable. Support that we received inspired us to start a foundation called the Jana Kelly Memorial Foundation. And through that foundation,
we've given back in a lot of different ways, through projects, through different other charities that we've supported. We like to help Humane Association, and the Ronald McDonald House is something that's very near and dear to us. We've also recently, this last year, we actually built a tiny house. It's really exciting to be able to give back in different ways.
To learn more or to help financially, find us on Facebook or www.janakelly.com.
You've been watching Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV. This copyrighted presentation has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in conjunction with the Eau Claire Cavaliers and is intended for the enjoyment of the viewing and listening audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction in any form without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network LLC and the Eau Claire Cavaliers is prohibited. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talkin' Baseball, with a look back at today's game.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Time now for Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
So we're going to have a very abbreviated Talking Baseball. Cavaliers fall in game one of this doubleheader by a score of 9-7 to the Cadott Red Sox. Red Sox had 9 runs on 9 hits. They committed 1 error. Cavaliers 7 runs, 5 hits. They committed 2 errors. Winning pitcher in this game was Warren Bovee. That'll move his record to 2-0. And Mason Yarrington takes the loss. I think that puts him at, let me take a quick look here real quickly. Yes, 0-2. Yes, 0-2. So we're going to have to leave the air for just a minute while we get things set for game 2, and then we'll be back in just a couple of minutes on NLWN-TV.
You have been tuned to Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV will now have to leave the air briefly so we can reset our equipment to bring you Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Please close out of our channel on YouTube and come back in a few moments when you see that Game 2 is available. This is the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Make sure you come back real soon.